Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu, Machu Picchu, Machu Picchu. Buenos dias, welcome to a new day and a new vlog here with us in Machu Picchu. We have already reached. It took us 20 minutes to reach here by bus and we are freaking excited. It was a smooth journey. There were some bumpy places but the view was phenomenal. However, let us take you on a short journey of how we made it to Machu Picchu.
From Aguas Calientes this morning.
Yeah, Aguas Calientes is the town that we stayed in.
Okay, so it's about 10 o'clock early in the morning over here right now. We are now making our way towards the bus that will take us from here to the citadel of Machu Picchu. It's going to be a 30 minutes journey. We can also take a hike, but obviously I'm climbing the Huayna Picchu mountain, so I wouldn't do that, of course. Otherwise I'll be too much tired. And after that we have to take the circuit 2 tour as well, which is exploring the citadel of Machu Picchu. Now I will tell you about more on the circuits later on in the video, but for now let's find a bus which is on the other side of the river. So let's get onto the line here and let's get our ticket scanned so that we can reach the citadel of Machu Picchu, from where I will start my hiking journey at first. So let's go.
Eric is just about to head inside to climb to Huayna Picchu. It's one of the steepest mountains here. I decided to opt out and get myself inside that restaurant. I'm gonna chill, enjoy the Wi-Fi and the Peruvian food while Eric climbs the mountain.
Alright, so I finally entered the way to Huayna Picchu mountain. And okay, so that's the way from here. And oh my god, just look at the view. That's the ruins of Machu Picchu. So let's climb now. It's gonna be a long, tough journey.
So Eric has headed inside to hike to Huayna Picchu, and I decided to stay here in this beautiful cafe on lodge. It's a Machu Picchu lodge. If we knew about this, we would have stayed here. It's absolutely stunning, and as much as I would have liked to go on this hike to Huayna Picchu, I just knew it's something I couldn't do. I mean, after Rainbow Mountain, it was pretty difficult and I've had so much body pain. I don't think we could, like, my body could hurt more than it already has. Pretty excited to still go and see the circuit too.
Alright, so now let me tell you about the available circuits here in Machu Picchu. One thing to note is that they always keep changing, so they might not always be the same. Circuit 1 gives you access to only the first half of the citadel, the Circuit 2 being the longest and gives you access to the whole of Machu Picchu, Circuit 3 being the smallest of them all, and then comes the Circuit 4, which gives you access to the Huayna Picchu mountain that I am taking on right now. And the most important part about these circuits is that the tickets for these sell out very quickly and way back in advance as well. So make sure you book them as early as possible to plan your trip, otherwise you'll have to come to Aguas Calientes and stand in the line to get your tickets, just as we did. My god, not even crossed half the way. But look at these places, look at these views. And look at those scary stairs down there. You have to go all the way through the stairs up until the top. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it. These stairs that I'm climbing just now, they're known as the stairs of death. If you miss one stair somewhere here and there, you're gonna go straight down the mountain, rolling. So that's the place, if you can see right in the front. That's where we started our Circuit 4 and our hike up here. I think it's still just 10 minutes more to go up here and then we'll be at the top of the mountain.
Really happy to get this. They were really kind once again to offer this. I'm just Peru has continuously stunned me with their service, the warmth. I think it's something to do with the people here. They're really warm, and I think I've had the best time here in South America. I know what people think, that oh, you don't know Spanish, you shouldn't come here. I think that's a complete opposite of what I would say. If you don't know Spanish, this is the best place to come and learn Spanish, because trust me, learning Spanish online and learning it conversationally is different. I think I've learned so much of Spanish just by being here for the past, I think, 3 months, and it's been good.
Montana, Machu Picchu. It's at an altitude of 2,667.58 meters above the sea level. And the best part is this. Just look at that. I think there's a way. Go up to the top over there. Let's go. And I finally made it to the top of Machu Picchu, the tallest mountain in Machu Picchu, one of the 7 wonders of the world. And you can see Machu Picchu down there from the top. One hell of a trail. All those curvy lines you see down there, that's the way the bus came from Aguas Calientes to Machu Picchu. And I think if you still can see a small tiny bus climbing up to the way to the top. Salida? That's good.
Alright, so now let's make our way back, because we have to start our circuit 2 as well. I guess it took me around 45 minutes or so to climb up until here, and it shouldn't take more than 20 minutes to climb down. A pretty easy climb, I guess. So let's see.
Oh, really, the view never gets old, guys. One hell of a wonder of the world. Finally exited the track. And now going back to the entrance for the tour of circuit 2 now.
Here is Eric. He is freaking late. Our tour guide unfortunately had to go in without us, but here we are. We're about to head inside to Machu Picchu.
Circuit number 2.
Number 2. Eric was super late, so we missed Christian and
We have
Tommy.
to find a guide inside who's
Yes.
already ahead of
I
us.
have his picture, and he's like, look at my hand and find out.
And look at her, she's already died.
Of course I am.
And I came climbing the mountain.
To compare our situation.
Ruins of Machu Picchu just in front of me. And it's really amazing, man. One hell of a thing. I'll tell you the story in just a bit of Machu Picchu as well. She will tell you the story. So here in this Machu Picchu city, apart from the Incans, no one ever came here to live. So this was...
So Incans lived here until 1500.
Yes.
And it was rediscovered after the Spanish Inquisition in 1800. These are the ruins of Machu Picchu city. It was lived and built by the Incans, but it was believed to be built by someone else, civilization before that. And they've also said that the lower areas was used actually for agriculture, but it is not yet proven. But as you can see, this area carved here, this was done by the Incans, and this was actually the agricultural land. Farmers were supposed to have lived in that hut. This area is not destroyed, or was not destroyed by the Spanish.
Because the Spanish people, like
No,
the
they
Spanish,
couldn't reach here because it
they
was
couldn't
at a
find it
yeah.
actually, because it is surrounded
Well,
by
at a altitude.
mountains on all sides. So this place was never discovered by the Spanish to
No.
destroy.
Yeah, so it was actually
Everything that the
discovered by
Incans-
an American
American,
explorer.
yes.
Yeah.
So everything that was made by the Incans, apart from this Machu
Only
Picchu, had been
lived-
destroyed
yeah, and built
completely or
and built upon by the
Spanish people.
in the 1500.
but they couldn't find this Machu Picchu because it was between the mountains. So that's why this is still, standing today in the current world.
Currently, Machu Picchu, as what we're seeing, this is just a small part of Machu Picchu, and the reason is the Peruvian government decided to protect it from tourists.
Yes, you can do it.
As you can see, we've actually entered the living quarters of few of the Incan people. This was actually told by there was a guide, and he discussed it when Eric went to that mountain, Machu Picchu. I heard more about the history. So this is where they lived, and there are royal palaces, but I don't think we have it in our ticket, but let's try to get most of it.
Possibly imagine this was a living city at a point of time. No wonder it is one of the wonders of the world.
Can you believe there was no actual use of equipment to build this place? And it is
Yes.
believed that this was left to the Incans by a civilization which was more advanced. However, we haven't yet found the proof of it, and it is yet to be proven. We hope we discover more of it. And you know what is the best part? In a few mountains away from here, there was discovery of fossil fuels. It was said that the higher the place of living, higher your status was in Incans. Again, there's nothing to prove it. There's only one thing that has stayed apart from the Incan ruins, the citadel, and that is the language Quechua that was spoken in the time of Incan period, and now it has evolved a lot.
And also there's one special thing that you guys should know, that the recent movie, which I don't know if you guys saw it or not, the Rise of the Beast, the Transformers Rise of the Beast, was shot. A few scenes of that movie, Transformers The Rise of the Beast, was shot in Machu Picchu and Huayna Picchu.
And also some part of Peru, which is not here. It's
So the
here
part that you
behind.
see that where that gorillas and all those transformers are fighting, so that part was shot somewhere around here in the mountains of Machu Picchu and Huayna Picchu.
Wow, just imagine, no? The ruins that you're seeing here was actually an agricultural patch. The lower lands was used to grow crops and sustain the Incan people. And can you believe there is someone living there? People actually live here. Wow, imagine living in Machu Picchu.
So it is possible that you can find the Inca tribes still living
Not
in
Inca
these
tribes,
parts.
actually the descendants of Incans
Yes.
living here, and it is said to be true that the people who were born here in Cusco and in Lima or in Peru were actually from the Incan descendant. We just crossed the industrial sector of the Incans, and these stones over here, this is also the industrial sector, a part of it. It is considered to be a representation of that industrial sector. They built textiles and they transferred it from one zone to the other. They believe that growing and doing their own textiles helped them to grow and be strong as a community, which is true. They did not need an outside community. But we saw how that went. By the time it was 1500, Incans were then taken over by the Spanish, and the civilization then collapsed. Peru was considered to be the main point of the Incan civilization. It reached to Bolivia, some part of Argentina, and Chile, and which was the other state, Eric? Do you remember?
It was Chile, Argentina, Ecuador,
Yeah.
Colombia.
A huge part of Ecuador.
Bolivia.
Actually, Ecuador did not exist. It was a part of Peru, but it separated after the Spanish Inquisition in 1500. and we are now at the lower ground. You can now see the entire part from here. This is the circuit 2 that we just crossed. We started from bottom, we made our way onto the top, and there's Machu Picchu mountain and Huayna Picchu mountain over there. As you can see, that's the tallest mountain here. There was another mountain that was open to the public. It was called the Condor. However, it was closed to the public because they had to preserve it, and there are more ruins over there. However, people up to I think 2015 or 2020, I'm not certain about the date, got to see it. If you were a tourist who got to see all the circuits of Machu Picchu, you were lucky. But after 2015, I think the Peruvian government decided to preserve Machu Picchu.
Machu Picchu, Machu Picchu, Machu Picchu, Machu Picchu.
So we're now making our way towards the exit,
I think
and
we
this
started-
place never gets old, man. Like,
No, we started making the way to the exit long before. This place is a maze. So if you take a route, you stick to that route. And since we had to leave our guide behind, ahead of us, we missed a lot of the things that the guide could have shown us. However, we still had the best time.
so these huts were the place where the Incan people,
Living quarters.
some of them lived over here, and they're still intact after so many years. And I'm just surprised, how are they able to cut the pieces of rocks in the exact same shape and so precise, and bring them all up without having the tools and transportation.
It's amazing how they did it.
So for the last time, the view of Machu Picchu. As we are making our way towards the end here.
The last time. Until next time.
For today, that's all that you can see.
Now we're
So,
headed
bye-bye.
towards the
Machu Picchu.
exit entrance of Machu Picchu.
So that was it for Machu Picchu, and now we are heading our way back to Aguas Caliente. We are just in the bus line, waiting for the bus to reach back to Aguas Caliente now. And I must say, it was an amazing experience of Machu Picchu. Really loved it. So we have just reached Aguas Caliente, and we are heading towards our hotel just to take a shower, and then we'll leave for Cusco. Let's go.
We have ended our day here in Machu Picchu. Super exhausted. We're headed back to Cusco. Just gonna head to the train. We're pretty late.
So that was all for Machu Picchu. If you guys enjoyed the video, please do subscribe, and also let us know in the comments what was your favorite part of this journey to Machu Picchu. Once again, thank you so much for staying tuned, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Machu Picchu, Machu Picchu, Machu Picchu, Machu Picchu.